Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are still here. It is my 14-week update, which if you saw this video 2 weeks ago, you know that things were a little bit scary. I was in the ER and basically left there with them telling me that most likely I was at the beginning stages of miscarriage, and that was like the news I got at my 12-week, milestone. But that's not been the case, and the ER docs were wrong, and here we are at 14 weeks. I have officially graduated to the second trimester, and it feels so good. It just feels, great. Like, I had a little scare there for a little bit, and we have passed that. We have passed through it. I am no longer having issues. I will get into all of that, but just the basic overall feeling is I am so happy to be at 14 weeks now, and all is well. So basically, since I last spoke to you, and I waited to do this video because I wanted to go to the doctor one more time, which was a couple days ago now at this point, and I just wanted to make sure I had like a full story picture here for you. But basically 2 weeks ago, ER, watch that video that I just posted if you didn't see it. But after that, my midwife was like, we really don't know what's going on. I think you should just take it easy for a week, just see if things improve. Just put yourself on bed rest. Like, it wasn't like an official bed rest, like do not move unless you only can go to the bathroom. So I would go to the bathroom, or I would grab myself something to eat. It wasn't like one pregnancy ago. But I was really trying to take it easy, go on bed rest, just see if it was something that could help with the bleeding I was having. And it did. Things definitely slowed down, and I don't know if it was like an anxiety piece or just like a physical piece. Like, I don't know. We don't know what was going on. So, but basically I just took it easy, which taking it easy is never easy. But took it easy. I ended up like totally stopping bleeding for like 2 or 3 days. And then I kind of went and I walked. I did a short walk, like 2 houses and then back, just to get my feet moving. And I did start spotting again. So again, I took it easy for another couple days, then tried it again. And ever since then, we have been good. I now, the last week, have been taking long walks, like, down to the library and back, which is like in our little town. So maybe a 15-minute walk there and then 15 minutes back. So 30-minute walk in total with a break in the middle to go to the library. But there's been no issues whatsoever. I've been, lifting the kids again. I've been doing regular stuff around the house, and I've had 0 issues with any bleeding or any pain or any things like that. So things have just been, very good comparatively to where we were 2 weeks ago. Outside of that, I went to the doctor a couple days ago, and so I just wanted to give you a couple updates from there. So, they ask all these little questions. Blood pressure is great. The only symptom I've really been having is that my lower back and my hips have not been feeling great. I think it's due to being in bed for like that week that I was in bed. Just not great on the back or the hips to be in bed that long. So movement and going on walks has really been helpful for that. And once I get moving, it does pretty much kind of go away a bit. Last week, I actually had some growing pains. Like, I could feel my round ligaments in my belly were stretching, and I could definitely feel it. And so when I got to the doctor, they do like, blood pressure, fundal height, heartbeat check. Heartbeat was great. Heartbeat was 160, which out of all the pregnancies so far, this is the one that I thought it could be a boy. But she did the heartbeat and it was 160, and I was like, it's so high, it's probably another girl. I know that's an old wives' tale. It still could be 50-50. We are gonna find out this time, so I will let you know, but we'll see if the heartbeat has any indication and if it is a girl or not. But the funny thing is remember I said I had growing pains? Well, when she did my measurements, I was measuring at 18 weeks. So I immediately was like, that seems very large. Is that a good, like, is that bad? Like, what do I need to do? Like, what's going on here? Why is the baby so big? And she was like, oh no, if you have, subsequent pregnancies, and this is my 6th pregnancy, she said like your body it knows how to stretch, it knows what it should be doing, and once that baby gets that wiggle room, she's like, in her practice at least, I don't know if this is universal everywhere, but in her practice, which she has hundreds of births every year, she said that in subsequent pregnancies, a lot of times she will see babies around that 11-12 week time, they will pop up to the 18 centimeter line and stay there until like from 12 weeks to about 18 weeks. They just kind of sit right there. And then about 19, 20, you see them pick up their growth again and start rising to like the proper centimeters. So I was like, okay, so the baby's not ginormous and I'm not like eating out of the craziness and like making everything grow. She was like, no, this is very normal. However, I was like, I felt those growing pains. Like I knew something was happening and the baby was shifting because I could feel it like in my belly. So that was just very interesting news. And I had never heard that before. I mean, I've heard they know what to do. You stretch bigger, you stretch earlier. Obviously you get bigger earlier with each pregnancy, they say a lot of times. So of course I've heard that. I just never knew they like lifted up or could lift up. I did not know that was a thing. So measuring at 18 centimeters here at 14 weeks. And I'd say the only other real symptom that I'm having right now is a little bit of shortness of breath. If I run up the stairs and, you know, come back to get some socks or something and we come back down, I'm like, whew, I am winded. So I'd say that's like the other main symptom. The constipation issue that I was having, I have not experienced that anymore. I have been going pretty regularly, and I was talking to my midwife about that too. And I was like, honestly, I feel like I mentally may have done that because when I was having bleeding, like I was scared to do anything that might cause more bleeding. And like when you push, you know, like that could cause more bleeding. And she said, like, I see it a lot. Like she said, that very well could be. She was like, because when I'm in birth and women are, you know, ready to go, those contractions are there, the head is there, but they cannot push baby out. She was like, a lot of times it's fear. It's fear for something. And when you have fear, it makes your whole body clench up. And it's not until I like talk them through the fear and tell them to let go of the fear that things start opening up again. And she was like, it could be the exact same. If you're scared to do anything because you're bleeding and you don't want bad things to happen, your body can clench up. And then like once that anxiety is released or whatever, you kind of, you know, release. So things with that have been very good, and just overall things have been going very well. So I will definitely do a bump shot here in a minute because my size is changing, I will say. And that's probably about it right now for pregnancy updates. I'm gonna try to do a few more, like more often. I've been really kind of taking it easy from YouTube. If you have noticed, just trying to really focus on my health, the baby, the other kids, just work stuff, like everything that's been going on. This has kind of fallen, like it has to be the thing that falls. So I am trying to get better at it now that we are back in a healthy, safe zone. So hopefully I can pick up on that. And if at the very least, hopefully we'll do some day in the lives or some pregnancy updates and stuff like that. So bear with me. Here is a bump shot. There we go. That's the bump date. I will see you guys next time. Bye.